Us is the second film by Jordan Peele, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, both of Black Panther fame. Us tells the story of a family on a summer vacation until their home is invaded by their doppelgangers, and follows the family of four as they fight against their murderous doubles. Jordan Peele is definitely fast becoming one of the most sought after and popular directors. You find as directors continue to make hit after hits, their new films are widely anticipated and their name alone can be used to sell a motion picture. This is the case with Quentin Tarantino and Christopher Nolan, M. Night Shyamalan as well in his early days until he started making absolute crap. And after Get Out and Us, Jordan Peele's name can be added to this list. Us is probably one of my favourite films I've seen this year, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really watch or like horror films of this nature. Jordan Peele is showing off what a talented director he is, and he is definitely one of the great minds of American cinema working today. So in this video, I'm going to do a review of Us. Now how my reviews work, I go through everything I liked, I then say what I didn't like about the film, and then I summarise all my thoughts at the end. So let's just jump in to what I did like. Us is beautifully shot, especially the first half of the film. The cinematography is just gorgeous. The shot of the family walking on the beach, showing their shadows, was incredible. To make a shadow feel creepy just shows how talented Jordan Peele is and his cinematography team. There are so many shots within this film which I was in awe of, and it had me on the edge of my seat thinking how beautifully shot this film is. The performances from everyone are fantastic. Everyone is saying how brilliant Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke were, and they are magnificent. I really think Winston Duke is going to become a very big star soon. His first three films, Black Panther, Infinity War and Us, so it's not bad going for your first three films. These two definitely held the film together and probably give the best performances. But the children, Shahidi Wright and Evan Alex, were simply amazing. You always find with younger actors they can sometimes be the worst part of a film and really take you out of the film due to their poor performances. What's more incredible about their performances is they had to play two characters, and they had to play the complete opposite of their characters. They had to be able to be vulnerable and scared, whilst at the same time play a character that was incredibly creepy and scary. Playing one character is difficult. You've got to put in the research and the work to understand how to play them. Playing two characters, well, that's very difficult. But these kids pull it off fantastically, and I was very creeped out by them and scared. The tension built up in the film is brilliant, especially near the end of the first act and the second act. Once the family head out the door and onto the beach, the tension just builds right up to the home invasion scene, and that was where I was really on the edge of my seat. But again, the cinematography helped with the tension building, and you know something creepy and something scary is coming, and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time just getting ready for when the doppelgangers would arrive. The symbolism in this film, especially the rabbits, was really cool, and the entire social message of the film was done very well. The film doesn't hit you over the head much with it and lets it breathe. Jordan Peele doesn't take the audience for idiots and allows them to decide their own thoughts instead of the director simply telling you the message he is trying to say. You come up with your own conclusions, which is something I like. The score and soundtrack of this film is simply fantastic. Get Out had a very similar creepy soundtrack and score, and Jordan Peele understands how music can make an audience feel, and how selecting the correct music for scenes adds so much to your picture. There were so many moments in this film where the score just had me creeped out and really added to the tension of what I was seeing on screen. I love when films have a good score and soundtrack. I think it's very key for a film to be successful, and I can't wait to listen to this score and relive the fantastic music Jordan Peele has put to screen. Again, he excels in this part of filmmaking, and it adds so much to the film. And lastly, it was nice to have a black family that is never referenced as being black, or their race be a key aspect to the plot of the story. There's no discussion of racism or having their race be the actual key element of the plot, and it's just nice for diversity that you can just cast a whole black family and it's never referenced. Okay, so here's the shortest part of the video, what I didn't like. No film is perfect, and Us is a brilliant film, but there is an aspect I didn't really like about the film. After the home invasion scene, the film had lost some tension in my opinion. To me it felt the film had slowed down a little bit and wasn't able to recreate the same tension which had been built up. The home invasion scene felt like the catalyst of all the build up of tension that was made in the first act to the start of the second act. Now the ending scene with Lupita Nyong'o fighting her doppelganger did have some great tension, but the film definitely took a little break in the middle and had to restart itself a little bit. I think this can be put down to the trailers as they mostly showed the home invasion scene, so I felt like that was everything coming together and the big moment of when we got that relief of tension as the family escaped. It's not a massive gripe I have, but I did feel the film had slowed down ever so slightly and really need to rebuild itself back up to get me onto the edge of my seat. The film does achieve this, but I was definitely more scared at the start of the film. Overall, Us is a fantastic film for anyone who simply loves amazing cinema and not just for horror fans. It's probably not quite as good as Jordan Peele's first film, Get Out, but it's definitely very close and is another fantastic film to add to Jordan Peele's filmography. I simply loved Us. It's a great horror film which horror fans will love. It's a beautifully made film and I truly think Jordan Peele is one of the great minds of American cinema. There is a twist in this film and the twist actually adds to the film, which is brilliant, and actually asks the question to the audience, who was the real villain and who was the real hero? And that's how you do a twist which adds something to a story. I can't wait for Jordan Peele's next film and what he will bring next to American cinema. There's my review. Thank you for watching.